Department of Ed and how it engages stakeholders. The culture of the current DOE befits the legacy of the name on its headquarters, Boss Tweed. How will your administration change the culture of the DOE from symbolic changes like the name on the building to fundamental changes like how you engage students, parents, teachers, and community stakeholders as partners, not adversaries, in educating our children?
I'm going to start with Thompson.
You know, I was the former president of the New York City Board of Education, and I remember the word, and when people used to talk about 110, and you know, as a bad word, that has truly been replaced by the word tweed, okay? There is nothing, when you talk about parents being shut out, then you talk about tweed. We need to get, the one thing about mayoral control, if you look at the legislation, the vehicles are there for real parent involvement. They've been ignored. We need to use those vehicles again to involve parents. We need to do things I've talked about for years, bringing a parent academy. Let us train parents to know what the questions they should ask, how to hold teachers and others accountable. We need to involve parents and give them the tools that they need to be able to hold people accountable and to be able to be involved to help their children out. We need the public, not just parents. We need an educational vision put forward by a chancellor and a mayor that all of us know, because right now I could go around this room. Nobody knows what the educational vision is for the city of New York. We need to talk about it. We need to get parents and the public involved in that educational vision. I've mentioned before, we need to bring things back into a school system that will engage and keep students. Art, music education, so many other things, phys ed. That engages young people. That gets their parents to be involved, as well as, if we go to community providers on those, they're involved in providing art and music education from the communities. There are so many different things we need to do. And last but not least, and I don't want to rebuild a district structure, but I want to re-empower superintendents as they have oversight in geographic areas. Right now, if parents get no satisfaction on the school level, they have no place to go. We need to create a place for parents to go. And if that is the superintendent, that's a great idea.
The way to really make our schools better, as I've said, is to engage stakeholders. Now, first and foremost, that is about parents. And I agree with former Controller Thompson. That's one of the reasons we've proposed exactly that kind of parent academy, which you can do face-to-face. You can also do it through an online parents university to engage parents who want to learn more that way. We also need, if we want to change the Department of Education and really make it a department that's about engaging stakeholders, we need to reduce the amount of money the DOE is putting into outside contracts, because those are resources that are getting diverted out of the school, out of the classroom, and out of where we need them to be, which makes it much harder for all of us to engage in improving our schools. I would also fundamentally change the Department of Education by changing mayoral control to be municipal control. Right now, it's the mayor and the state legislature. And no disrespect to the state legislature, but that means if a parent is unhappy and wants a legal change, they have to, for most cases, go to Albany, because the council can basically only legislate up to a school door. Let's have it be the council that has that legislative power, so you can go down your block or around the block and go see your council member if you have an issue. We also have to re-empower superintendents. That doesn't mean if schools want to group together in a network or a theme, they can, but parents need to have a chain they can go up if they're not getting the answer they want. That is what superintendents bring to the system, and we have taken their power away. And lastly, we just say, we all know how useful community boards are. That when we negotiate land use, their resolutions are at the table before the council. Right. We should give the CECs that same respect and take their recommendations seriously and bring them into the Department of Education.
Now, we're in a house of worship, and I know, again, we're here to be respectful and polite, but it's also a place where the truth will out. Is that not true?
That's right. Come on.
So, I have to respond to a piece of this question and the previous. Speaker Quinn, you've been Mayor Bloomberg's closest ally.
That's right. Yes, you
And you did not try and stop him when he attacked teachers over the last 12 years.
That's right. That's right. Give it up, Bill.
And you didn't try and stop him when he closed and co-located schools unfairly over and over and over again.
That's right. Your weakness, Quinn.
To the question of how we actually bring our people, our parents, into this process. How about first, a chancellor who's not just an educator, of course, an educator, but a chancellor who believes that parents play a precious, crucial role in bringing up their children, and the schools need them. A chancellor devoted to opening up the schools, to transparency. A parent has a problem. Think about special ed parents in this city who struggle just to get the services they deserve, who have to fight just for what should be theirs. And the Department of Education bureaucracy tries to stop them at every turn, and God forbid, tell them the truth about what's happening. So, a chancellor devoted up and down the line to the people, the teachers, everyone in DOE, working with parents and believing that parents are not part of the problem, but are definitely part of the solution.
Under my leadership, there would be a huge change in the attitude and approach of the Department of Education. But right now, the reason why they don't have to engage the public, they don't have to listen to parents, they don't have to listen to the community, they don't have to listen to legislators, is because they know everything. And when they don't know everything, they go out and hire an expensive consultant to teach them what they need to know. That's the fundamental problem with the Department of Education in recent years. They don't rely on anybody except expensive outside consultants. Some would say the mayor's cronies. Because a lot of money is being spent out the door on these consultants, when in fact it should be going into the classrooms, educating our kids. And now I'm going to say something that I think is I'm going to lose the 7th grade vote on this, all right? But it's not about an obsession with exams and tests. It's about an obsession on the high-stakes, once-a-year tests that then everything is based on. I believe that there should be more testing, but more testing in the form of pop quizzes, like once a week or every other week, where the teachers are giving up pop quizzes not to drive the numbers game, but to truly diagnose whether the kids in the classrooms are actually learning the material that they're being taught. That's the kind of testing that we should have. The problem is that in order to have that kind of system, the Department of Education actually has to trust teachers to teach. They actually have to trust principals to lead. It needs a wholesale change in the culture of the Department of Education. Sorry.